Hello, I'm Michelle, and today we'll be discussing the methods you can use to form your LLC in Virginia. We're going to be covering the steps which are involved in starting your LLC, the forms that you're going to need, the naming requirements, and the 5 main steps needed to actually register your LLC. I'll also be explaining the importance of having a registered agent and a very key term known as piercing the corporate veil. Now, if these terms aren't familiar to you, then I highly recommend you watch this video very closely. Service providers and technology businesses are doing really well in the state of Virginia. The service providing businesses own the biggest chunk of the share in the GDP of the Virginia state, which is around 66%. Yes, this is the state's entire service sector, which is growing at a furious rate as the quality of service here is much better than the other states. The sector includes education and health sector with professional and financing services. There is a small contribution of the real estate sector as well. Now, the technology sector has alone accounted for the production of over $1 billion of chips which are exported worldwide. You can start off your Virginia LLC by 3 methods. Number 1 is you can do it yourself, in which case you just need to fill out the online forms or send them off via mail. Number 2 is that you hire a professional service to do it for you, which is the most easy method out there. We personally recommend TailorBrands as one of the best services for this purpose, and I'm going to show you how to use TailorBrands at the end of this video. Number 3 is that you can hire an attorney. Now, coming to a very common question, but a very important question, what's an LLC? Well, it's a business entity which combines a corporation's characteristics with a partnership or sole proprietorship. It's going to separate your personal assets from your business assets and give you personal asset protection. So when you're starting off your LLC in Virginia, you mainly have to file a certificate of formation with the state and pay a filing fee of $100. Now, in this video, we're going to be discussing option 2 and going to be placing emphasis on why you need a professional service to do it for you, because you have to make sure you're doing your LLC work correctly. This is one of those things where you can't afford missing key information or have any misunderstandings. TailorBrands is a really good and competent professional service which you can get, because forming an LLC is not just filing the certificate of formation, but it's also deciding a name, hiring a registered agent, creating an operating agreement, and obtaining an EIN. Now, all of these can be done under one roof with TailorBrands. I'm going to be leaving the links in the description below. You can go there, you can check them out. But for now, we're going to discuss in detail the 5 important steps that you must cover when you're forming your LLC in Virginia. The first step to starting off your LLC in Virginia is basically choosing the business name. Simple, right? Well, before you name your business, you must know that the name should be easy to remember, should be available in the state, and follows the LLC guidelines. Now, you can find the naming guidelines at startmyllc.io. The 4 key things that you need to be aware of when you start naming your LLC is that number 1, your business name should be available, and no other existing business in Virginia can share that name. Each business name is very much unique to its owner. Limited liability company or LLC should be there as a suffix in the company name. Number 3 is that you cannot use any name for your business, which could be confusing or possibly misleading. So names such as FBI, CIA, Treasury, State Department can't be included. Number 4 is that terms like bank, attorney, and doctor can only be added after the additional requirements by the Virginia state government are fulfilled. Now, if you do not wish to file your LLC right now, but you kind of want to hold on to the name you have decided, then you can reserve your name for 120 days. Now, how do you keep the name? Well, you have to file a name reservation application and pay $10 to reserve your name with the Virginia Secretary of State. Second and highly vital step to forming an LLC in the state of Virginia is to appoint a registered agent. A registered agent is an entity that's going to act and work on your LLC's behalf, and they're going to be receiving all the important paperwork and official government correspondence within Virginia. This is why you need a competent registered agent for your LLC. You need to make sure that your registered agent is a resident of Virginia or at least has a physical street address over there. Their business address is used as the LLC's principal address within Virginia. Now, most LLC companies do provide registered agent services as well. TailorBrands is a great LLC setup service. They provide a registered agent service and many more services at very reasonable price. The key thing to note when you're getting a registered agent is the importance of having one and having a legit one, because in case of any lawsuit or if you get sued, the lawyer of the other party is going to do what is known as piercing the corporate veil. Now, most people believe that they're setting up their LLCs for tax purposes, but the real reason for setting up your LLC is to limit your liability. Now, what it does is that it creates a divide between your personal assets and your business assets. So if you're sued in your business, they cannot go after your personal assets. Now, when you're sued, the attorney who's the one suing you is going to start looking for cracks in your LLC. And this is where they're going to pierce the corporate will. The first thing they're going to check is whether you have a registered agent. Is the agent legit? And have they been filing the paperwork? The third and another important step in forming an LLC is to file the Certificate of Formation. The Virginia Articles of Organization is a legal document which is needed to officially register your business with the Secretary of State. It costs you $100 to file your formation certificate. The Certificate of Formation includes details of the name of your LLC, registered agent's name, address, employee details, whether you're member managed or manager managed. So before you start hiring employees in Virginia, you should really know about the rules and regulations thoroughly to avoid any issues. We suggest using TailorBrands to file the Certificate of Formation because they provide an easy way to fill out the forms without any confusion or missing any step. Now, if you get stuck anywhere, they have a live chat option where you can go, ask your questions, and they will respond. Fourth step is filing the operating agreement. Well, an operating agreement is a document which legally outlines the proprietorship and the operating procedures of your LLC. Now, this document is vital as it ensures that all the business owners are on the same page regarding how they operate, their voting power, business resolutions, and a lot more, which helps reduce future conflicts. Now, when it comes to filing the Virginia LLC operating agreement, the state doesn't really require you to have a very comprehensive agreement, but it's ideal to have one that contains the details of your entire operation. It's recommended that it should be done by using a professional service such as TailorBrands, since they know exactly what to do, and you won't have to worry about missing any of the details. EIN is also known as the Employer Identification Number, and it's a 9-digit number given by the IRS to make it easier to identify the types of businesses for tax purposes and taxes in general. An EIN is needed when the LLC hires employees. How do you get one? All you have to do is fill up the form, which can be done online or by mail, and submit it to the IRS. You can also get an EIN assistant through TailorBrands who can help you with the process. I'm going to be leaving the links to all the resources in the description below. You can go there, check out which of the options fit your requirements. But for now, I'm going to be showing you how to file the forms using TailorBrands. So this is the website for TailorBrands. And as you can see on the website, there's option to set up your LLC, and you can also design a logo, merch, and the website itself for your brand in case you need one and haven't really gotten around to getting it. I'm going to go into Form an LLC. Now choose the state that you're setting up your LLC in. Add your business name. You can check for the name availability here, which will save you a lot of time. Or alternatively, you can choose the method that I told you earlier by going to the business entity name search. Click on the type of services that you're offering. You'll have to pick which stage of your business that you're on, whether it's still in the idea stage or it has been set up and fully running. Choose what sort of income your brand will be. Choose whether your business will have a physical address to receive the documents, and also whether there'll be a dedicated person there who's going to receive these. Select the number of employees. Now you have to fill out the information for your business, like your name, phone number, email address. Now choose whether you want to opt for a registered agent or not. TailorBrand charges $199 annually for hiring a registered agent. If you don't have one, then I highly recommend that you get one through them, because the one thing you can't risk is not having a legitimate registered agent. You're going to need an EIN, like I discussed before, for tax-related purposes. If you don't have one, or you're overwhelmed by the process required to get an EIN, then just let TailorBrands do it for you. It's going to cost you $99. Pick if you want to file for compliance. It will cost you $199 when you do it through TailorBrands. Here you can choose whether you want to have your business branding done. If you already have things like logos, domain, and a website, then just move forward. Select if you want to speed up the process. You can form the operating agreement using TailorBrands if you haven't made one already, or you are unsure of how to proceed with making the agreement by yourself. See if all the information that you chose and entered is correct, and check the final billing as well. You can now proceed to pay for the service, and that's all you need to start and form your LLC. Now that you've created your Virginia LLC, there's still a few things you're going to need. You need a company business bank account and a credit card. You need to file the Virginia business permits and licenses. You need to get general liability insurance and professional liability insurance covering your employees. You need to file the Virginia annual report. I hope this detailed video helped you out on how to start your LLC in Virginia, and I wish you the best of luck if you're starting off your LLC over there. Please continue supporting our channel by liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the notification button. Thank you for watching.